Boxing fans, what's good? It's Chris Robinson. I'm here on the scene at the Hit Factor Gym in Las Vegas. We got a new face on the scene. Well, not really new. He's been around for a minute. Luis Arias, highly talented amateur, getting ready to turn pro. Just to introduce yourself to viewers, Luis, can you tell kind of like where you were, your upbringing was, and how you got into boxing?
Well, my name is Luis Arias. Again, I'm just recently turned 22 last week. Looking forward to making my transition to the professionals. I was a pretty good amateur. I started boxing when I was around 7 years old. I did it all. Did all the tournaments as you can as an amateur from the age of 8 all the way up to 21. I was a two-time U.S. national champion. I was on the national team since I was 16. And I'm just, I just fell in love with the sport. I came to the gym one day, just to see what it was like. I needed a year-round sport. Fell in love with it at the age of 7, and I've been doing it ever since.
Where were you born and raised, and exactly?
Well, I was born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay.
About an hour and a half from Chicago.
Gotcha. What was the fight scene like there? Like, what did you learn being there?
Well, boxing's not huge in Milwaukee, especially compared to Vegas, But I was blessed to have a really good coach, who was Israel Acosta. He was a 2000 Olympic coach. He was, he was respectfully known, throughout the amateur program and throughout boxing. A lot of people know he was. And I was able to learn from him, right away. And he taught me a lot. I learned from a lot of older guys when I was going up through there, and I just picked little things that I learned from a lot of people and just combined it into one. So, Milwaukee was where I was raised. I was born as everything I learned. And I'm just in Vegas, just taking everything I learned to the next level, really.
Now, what were some of your best memories as an amateur? What was that time like? What's it been like for you?
I mean, the amateurs it's a great program. It's a great preparation for the pros in my opinion. But I just really enjoyed just traveling and stuff. I was able to travel around, see the world. It was an honest blessing to be able to see the world, because boxing's taken me a lot of different places. I've been to Europe, representing the United States. I've been to Mexico. I've been all over the world, really, all over the United States. So that was definitely something to learn. I was able to see the world. But on top of that, I was able to see how life is, everywhere.
Awesome. Now, I know you've been, even though you were an amateur, you've been in camp with some pretty big names. Chad Dawson, Floyd Mayweather. You helped Chad Dawson get ready for Pacquiao, I believe. What was that like?
Well, Chad Dawson was the first big professional I've ever sparred, in terms of at that level of experience, that level of talent, So it was definitely an amazing learning experience, I got to Chad Dawson. I had just recently won the 2010 U.S. Nationals, so we were back on top, #1 in the amateurs, and I came back to camp, and Big Rock, my advisor, said, Chad Dawson's getting ready. I can potentially get you in that camp, get you that exposure, get you some good help, get you some good work, be part of a world champions camp, So I took full advantage of that. I auditioned for him. He loved the work, and he was the first person who I was able to work with, and I was able to test, my talents with such a great professional. So that was an honest blessing, and I till this day would thank Chad Dawson, and I thank him all the time for that. It was a great experience, and I learned a lot. And then from there, we got into Floyd's camp last month, and again, amazing experience. One of the best camps I've ever been to. It was a blessing to see one of the greatest fighters ever. To see him go to work. And on top of that, I was part of one of the biggest fights in boxing history. It's Cotto. I was able to be one of his sparring partners, and that in itself is amazing. I was in the ring with the greatest of our era right now. And I learned a lot from him. I learned so much that it's just adding to my fuel. I was able to spar Chad Dawson. I was able to spar Floyd Mayweather. And I was able to hold my own. And give them good work. And be able to hold on. Hold my ground in there. So I'm learning and taking all that with me. Going into my first professional fight. So
now you
have a lot.
Cool. And you said Hasim Rahman is your advisor. How did you get to know Rock?
Funny story. Well, Big Rock, I didn't even realize this until I was about 19, but Big Rock actually has been following my career in the amateurs for a while. He has two sons in the amateurs, And the first time I saw Hasim Rahman was at the under-19s. You know, I was fighting. I had won the U.S. men's a couple months before, so I was kind of the hot name going into the under-19s. You know, and I saw Rock. You know, I saw Big Rock, and I was like, damn, you know, that's Big Hasim Rahman. But I was already talking to his son through the internet, which is Hasim Rahman Jr.
Right.
So, you know, I knew a little bit about him, and he told me, like, my dad likes the way you fight. So I kind of knew, like, you know, man, that's good, you know, because he's a heavyweight champ, ex-heavyweight champion of the world. You know, he's respectfully known in the boxing community.
Yeah.
He's put his name in the history books. And we fought at the under-19s. I ended up winning. I did well. You know, he liked my performance. We kept in contact, you know, and he gave me the offer, you know, whenever you want to come train and get for real, and train in Las Vegas with some good pros, just get the best training ever, you let me know. So that next summer, you know, I called him up, was like, hey, I would like to take that offer, and within a week I was in Las Vegas, and I was training with him, and I stayed here for 3 months. Then I got on a Chad Dawson camp. Then about a year or two later, I was back out here again with him. You know, we kept in contact. I came back out here. I got ready for the Olympic trials. You know, and then I got into Floyd's camp. So I've been out here for about 6 months now.
Awesome. Now, you're getting ready to turn pro. I know we're here at the Hit Factory. I know you're going to be working with Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. I'm sure you'll be at Floyd's gym from time to time. Just what are your thoughts on just getting ready to turn professional and just making that jump?
Well, for me, I'm just really hungry, you know. I've honestly felt like that I've been ready for the professional games for a while, but my team, my coach, you know, my parents, everyone who, you know, who genuinely cares for me, we all made the decision to try to wait around for the Olympics, you know. We could have turned pro a while ago, but made the decision to wait, you know, and that time is up. So now, you know, the time for me to step up as a man, as a boxer, you know, as just a person, it's now. You know, I'm 22, I'm an adult now, I make my own decisions, and it's time to grind. It's time to bite down, put the hours back in the gym like I have been, but now it's just time to perform at a different level, you know, just taking it to the next level, and I'm 100% ready for that. I'm ready to train. I'm eager and anxious to get back in the gym, to get back in 100% full shape, and I'm gonna give it my all to you know, slowly but surely climb up that ladder, you know, and be on top of one, you know, as one of the greatest to go down in history. You know, I definitely want to be in the history books.
Awesome, Luis Arias, man. We'll be looking out for you, bro. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah.